Has a new human ancestor, Homo bodensis, been found? The discovery of a new, ancient human ancestor, in Africa, according to a group of experts, is creating quite a stir. Around 600,000 years ago, during the Middle Pleistocene, the so-called Homo bodensis inhabited in Africa. It is a direct ancestor of modern humans, according to a recent study published in the journal Evolutionary Anthropology. Talking about human evolution throughout this period has, according to Dr. Mirjana Roxandic, the team leader from the University of Winnipeg, been impossible due to the lack of proper terminology that acknowledges human geographic variation, up until now. In the latest investigation, scientists re-evaluated fossils that date all the way back to the Middle Pleistocene from Africa and Eurasia. According to a Daily Mail article, a skull dating to roughly 600,000 years ago was found in 1976 near Bodo Dar in Ethiopia's Awash River Valley. It belonged to a brand new species called H. bodensis, which was named after the place where it was discovered, not H. heidelbergensis or H. rhodesiensis. Finding a new human ancestor is significant, but Roxandic emphasizes that naming a new species is a big deal in a press release from the University of Winnipeg because the International Commission on Zoological Nomenclature allows name changes only under very strictly defined rules. She clarified that the species vanished roughly 200,000 years ago, thousands of years before modern humans left Africa. The discovery, according to the researcher, will help to cut the Gordian knot and enable a significantly clearer comprehension of the Middle Pleistocene. A short, stocky body type that was well suited for preserving heat energy in colder conditions was that of the recently discovered, so-called, human progenitor. The species males stood about 5 feet 9, 175 centimeters, tall and weighed about 140 pounds, 63.5 kilograms. Females were typically 5 feet 2 in, 157.5 centimeters, tall and weighed around 30 pounds, 13.6 kilograms, less than males. Most Middle Pleistocene humans from Africa and some from Southeast Europe will be categorized as H. bodensis going ahead, while many from the latter continent will be reclassified as Neanderthals, the researchers noted. These phrases must be clear in science to facilitate communication, according to the paper. Rules should not be treated as absolute when they contradict the fossil record, the authors insisted. Not everyone accepts the new human ancestor theory. According to the research team, H. bodensis inhabited most of Africa for tens of thousands of years. They even posit that the species might have made its way into the eastern Mediterranean. Homo bodensis, the name given to this, apparently, new species of ancient human, is not without controversy, according to an article in New Scientist. Only, the proposed name, Homo bodensis, has been given to a group of hominins that existed in Africa during the Middle Pleistocene. They were known as the Chibanian, though, and they existed between 770,000 and 126,000 years ago in Africa. One person who has serious doubts about the assertion that the Bodo skull is our closest predecessor is Chris Stringer of the Natural History Museum in London. Stinger's group produced a paper on the development of the human face in 2019. This study came to the conclusion that the Bodo skull belonged to a species that went down a different evolutionary path to our species, which is contrary to Roxandic's most recent assertions. It is time to choose your paper. Professor Stinger concludes that the Bodo skull does not reflect a direct progenitor of modern humans. Scientists refer to this widespread amalgamation of extinct species as the muddle in the Middle Pleistocene. The difficulty of classifying which fossils belong to which species is where the confusion lies. According to Stinger, it is only with this information that one can determine the extent of each species' distribution and the degree to which they interbred. Once more, the reader is left to ponder whether or not a new human ancestor has been found.